Please make sure that you take out a sheet of loose leaf paper if you chose not to print out these notes. Today we're going to talk about solving a system of equations using the addition method. So to solve a system of equations using the addition method, first we have to make sure that each equation is written as letter plus or minus letter equals number. If not, you're going to use addition or subtraction to get it in that form. What that means is you might want it to say something like 2x plus 4y equals 12. So we have a letter, and equals a number. You want both equations to look like that. Then you're going to check to see that if you were to add the equations together, something is going to cancel. If it's not, you're going to multiply one or both of the equations by a constant, meaning a number, so that when you do add them, something will cancel. Add the equations together, you're going to solve for one variable, and then again, just like the last time we did systems, you have to plug that answer into one of the original equations to get a second answer. So if we look at the first example, if I tell you x plus y equals 1 and 2x minus y equals 5, first look, if you were to add these together, would the x's disappear? Would the y's disappear? Yes. So here, I know if I add them, 1y minus 1y, they're gone. So I'm going to add 1x plus 2x is 3x, and 5 plus 1 is 6. I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and I get x equals 2. Now, just like last time when we worked with systems, I have to plug that answer into one of my originals. I think the top one is easier. It doesn't matter which one you pick. So I'm going to write x plus y equals 1. My x is 2, so 2 plus y equals 1. If I subtract 2 from both sides, I get y equals negative 1. So that's my y value, and the point is 2, negative 1. If I look at the next example, it says solve the following system. This is letter equals number. The second one is letter equals number. If I were to add these together, would the x's disappear? Would the y's disappear? The answer is no. So what I am going to do is multiply the bottom equation by negative 1, because that's going to turn this y value into a negative y. So then if I add them, the y's will disappear. So this now becomes negative 1x minus 1y equals negative 2. I'm going to put a gentle line through that. I don't want to scribble it out that I can't see it. So now if I add the top with the bottom line, 3x minus 1x is 2x. Y plus negative y is nothing. And 4 plus negative 2 is 2. If I solve this by dividing by 2, I get x equals 1. That's part of my answer. Now I have to go and pick an equation. Which one looks better, the top or the bottom? I personally think the bottom one is. If you want to use the top, that's fine also. I'm going to substitute or plug in my x value. I'm going to solve, and I get y equals 1. So my answer here is 1, 1. A quick side note, if you wanted to, in the very beginning, you could have taken this equation here, and you could have multiplied it by negative 3, because then your x's would have canceled. Either way is correct. You would have just gotten a y at this point, and then when you plugged in, you would have gotten an x at this point. Just make sure when you write your answer, it's xy. Last one. If I look at this equation, this system, if I add them together, will the x's disappear? Will the y's disappear? So now you have to say to yourself, what do you want to multiply? I'm going to multiply the bottom equation by negative 3, and that's going to get my x's to disappear. So this becomes negative 3x minus 6y equals negative 12. I'm going to put a gentle line through this. Now if I add the top with the bottom, 3x plus negative 3x is nothing. 1 plus negative 6 is negative 5y. 7 plus negative 12 is negative 5. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 5, and I get y equals 1. Very important. Since it's y, it goes in the second spot of my answer. Again, now you're going to pick which equation do you like to plug in a y because I solved for y. I'm going to go with the top. So 3x plus y equals 7. If y is 1, 3x plus 1 equals 7. We're going to subtract 1. I get 3x equals 6. If I divide both sides by 3, I get x equals 2. Since this is x, the x goes in front. And once again, if you wanted to, instead of doing what I did in red, you could have multiplied this top equation by a negative 2, and then that would have ended up having the y's cancel. Either way is fine. Please write down your questions and either email me or ask me next time you see me in class.